Members of the National Resistance Movement Parliamentary Caucus have been summoned for a meeting with the President on Thursday. At the center of the meeting are deliberations on the Anti-Homosexuality Bill Parliament passed in March and awaits presidential assent to become law.
We are also going to talk about the bill we just passed in Parliament, the Homosexuality Bill. We are not faulting any procedure, but it's also important as members of the same party to reflect a little further, understand, and also closely bring out the pressure, because this is something that protects our values and norms.
The subject has elicited concern among members of Parliament about the time it has taken without being signed.
So as a leader on this side, I am concerned that our members are being called to discuss what we have concluded. I would want to know why, because I see it is signed by Obuaden Samson, who was here when we passed this. So
no clause in the bill that was not interrogated. And I do not remember any clause where there was any contention.
Fingers are pointed at the Attorney General's chambers for developing a cold feet. MP Solomon Silwanyi mentioned the Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuzi in offering advice on the matter to the President.
Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda is strongly writing to the President, deassociating himself with the act, the Anti-Homosexuality Act, which we passed in Parliament.
The Attorney General, Kiriowa Kiwanuka, acknowledged the development without divulging the nature of the advice given to the President.
And we request that you allow that process to be completed, because it's advice between the Attorney General and the President. But yes, indeed, we did, the office under the signature of the Deputy Attorney General did render advice.
But there are already indications of great disappointment if the bill is not signed into law.
The absurd bit would be if we discover that the Attorney General's office gave advice, contradictory advice, contrary to what we passed here. Two things: when they didn't raise an objection or they conceded.
Development partners and the West have openly detested the bill in what is feared could translate into reduction in donor funding. When a similar bill was passed by the 9th Parliament in 2014, it was quashed by the Constitutional Court for having been passed by Parliament without quorum. Jackson Onyango, NTV at Parliament.